We're pretty much all set for another of these. So, for those who might have forgotten, because I did part 4 quite a while ago, really haven't touched this as of late. Started this like beginning of June. Probably didn't touch it for like at least 2 weeks. So let's just hop right back in. If anyone needs a reminder as to what this was, I essentially just quickly opened up a random normal survival world in creative mode. I surrounded myself with bedrock walls that, by rules, I am not supposed to leave. So I give myself only 400 blocks width and like length to actually just play the game in. Bar the exception of having to kill the Ender Dragon, because strongholds don't generate in this tiny little space typically. So the whole point of this is just to do my best with limited space. And in part 4, I got my first and so far still my only Ender Pearl. So I would really like to consider just getting myself some more leather. That way I can finish off the bookshelves and get myself like the best possible enchantment table I can have. And the sooner the better. So I'm gonna grab myself a bit of wheat. And I can just breed a couple more cows. Meanwhile, I think I'll also go and have this smelted while we wait for something else to do. And I can maybe just put up a couple windows while we're here. Yeah, use glass panes. And once it becomes nighttime again, I'm just going to continue to hunt for Enderman drops. Like, especially Enderman drops. Bones would be nice and all, but I mainly need the Ender Pearls to actually really progress and just get her done. So let's just get these down, because why not? I have plenty of food at least, but still. Just wondering how long it's going to take to get everything I need, more or less. Everything I need for this farm, so to say. So I'll breed more cows, and when there's enough, I'll kill some more just to get the leather off of them. And also some food, but I'm mainly just aiming to get leather off of them. So trapping myself in a 400 by 400 space like this, I pretty much more or less have to breed cows to get like good source of leather. So if I kill them all without breeding them, then I'll just run like way short on leather. Like the cows will just be gone if I don't breed them. Chickens too, perhaps. I should probably consider feeding those some seeds as well, because I'm going to want feathers for arrows. I want to have as many arrows ideally as possible to make Ender Dragon just easier to deal with. Like, it's definitely my best bet when it comes to knocking out those end crystals in the end, so I would definitely want to consider just picking up on that too, by the way. So let me just get the seeds out and breed the chickens. I guess the eggs are a nice bonus. I can maybe get some extra chickens free just by tossing these and getting lucky. Or not. Still don't have too many chickens as of late, but we'll get there eventually. In fact, I'm not even sure how many arrows I'm going to need. Maybe not too many. So I'll have some more paper to work with, but I also need to get some leather. So I need 6 books per bookshelf, and it's 1 leather and 3 paper to make a book. So I need to kill like 6 cows. Well, maybe like just get like 6 leather. Worst case scenario, kill 6 cows. Actually, no, it's 3 books and 6 wood planks. So I kill like average 3 cows per block here. Yeah, there's gonna be more bloodshed. Maybe I'll just wait. I'm not gonna kill the babies by accident. Then I just simply won't get any leather for that, so I'd rather not. I'll just keep this in the chest here and not bother with carrying it. In fact, I probably don't need to carry a lot of this anyways. This could just go straight towards more wheat. I'll just do that straight away. I'll just get it out of my inventory. I think I might need to wait until a bit later. Maybe I can actually give some of these wheat. I'll come back a bit later for more. Except it seems to be taking like forever for night to actually come. So maybe I can build a bit more of the house while I wait. More like see what needs to be built first things first, and then just continue working on that. Oh, you're live with... I'm gonna assume ROM hacking, right? Yeah, like, if I'm not mistaken, you're working on K-Max Ashtray. Yeah, nice level name, by the way. You were working on that just yesterday or the day before. Now, imagine if K-Mac actually somehow stumbled into that. No, the K-Max Ashtray stream was a year ago? Okay, obviously I was mistaken. Now, I don't seem to have much luck finding hostile mobs, because not too many places for them to really spawn. So I very well may have an idea to just try and remedy this, considering I don't have like the best terrain in the world to just get a lot of mobs to spawn to fight, because a bunch of this 400 by 400 square is actually covered in water. which doesn't leave me a lot of land to really work with at all, considering there's just, like, for the most part, like, a good chunk of this is just water. So I'm mainly looking for Endermen, like always, because I need to get those pearls one way or another. Fight some drowns. I'm actually on 1.12, so they're not going to appear. There's, of course, another creeper. Oh, a skeleton. That means more bone meal. You just gotta kill him is all. I doubt I'm really gonna use the gunpowder for much of anything. Well, I got some arrows. I should probably just do a hardcore stream, period. See how long it lasts before I just delete my world. Hopefully it goes longer than like an hour. Hopefully the creeper doesn't just end it in an hour. So I'm seeing mostly just... Okay, I see 2 skeletons down there. Still probably didn't get like a single bone drop yet, but... This way I'm also going to be racking up on arrows, so I might not actually need the chicken farm if I can just kill enough skeletons. This is another way of just stockpiling arrows. And if I do this, I'll probably also won't have to craft the bow either. I'll just probably just get like enough bow drops to make something work anyways. My first 2 bones so far this night. Yeah, look at all this is just water, as I was saying earlier. The terrain that I decided to box myself in doesn't really give me like much of an advantage at all. Everything is, for the most part, just swampland, except for this extreme hills biome. And like the edge of the roof forest that gets cut off by the bedrock wall. Okay, there's 3 spiders over there. Speaking of bow drops, got one at like half durability. I guess I'll be fighting all these things. Three spiders. That's still far from like the scariest thing in Minecraft, by the way. I'm going to be hitting level 30 very soon, actually. Not to mention all these random enemies I'm killing, I'm getting experience off of them. And that's going to likely go into something like looting. At least level 2 would be nice. Because that would just make getting Ender Pearls, like, quicker. Otherwise, we'd be here for much longer if we didn't go and do this. Because if we don't do this, we'll be here for a lot longer. Speaking of the roof forest, by the way, in case you want to see what it looked like, or the very small part of it that I actually have to work with, it's here. Okay, so I didn't see any Endermen so far. Quite a bit of everything else, though, but no Enderman. Not behind me anymore. No, that's just a sheep. That's just some string from one of the spiders I killed earlier. Yeah, no Enderman around here. Yeah, now no new enemies are gonna get to spawn, so... back to the drawing board, pretty much. So I remember when I said this will take a lot longer because night only comes every once in a while. So I'll have to wait. So this will take a long time, or will it? I have another strategy. Setting this up is probably going to take a while, but I'll go for it. But first things first, I'm going to clear inventory space and actually go look for more diamonds. I think my next best move might be to go look for diamonds at this point. So I'll just see how much stuff I can get put away at this point. Safe to say we can get rid of that too. This was like ages ago I played League. I don't know, I just never really got into it. Okay, why am I still carrying this? Oh, so I didn't lose this book after all. I was not sure. Okay, well I'm just wasting inventory space there. Random ladder. Let's not carry that dirt either. Oh, I'm gonna put the bookshelves here ideally once I just get everything I need. So I think I'll just go and make the trip underground right now. But first, let me start placing a couple of cobblestone blocks and show you what I'm gonna go for. I'll probably set it up around here, not right next to my house, because that just might be a terrible move. To just set things up directly on my house. I'm planning to try and just flatten out the ground to make this just easier to work on. Or try and just find the flattest ground possible. We'll probably have to start from here. I'll place a couple more blocks while I'm at it. I'm just going to try and get myself a floor going. This will be to start. But I can rest assure you that there's going to be like way more of this than just placing a floor down. Okay, I should probably stop just placing random blocks. It's going to look hideous if I keep doing this. And then there'll be a ceiling, but used up a bunch of blocks just to get the floor down, so... I mean, to speed this whole process up, I'm probably going to opt to just use whatever blocks I have on me. Most of it's probably going to be cobblestone anyway, but I will gather myself some dirt, just so I can show you at least what this is going to look like. And I'm probably going to continue the floor out here too, but... probably going to get rid of this tree as well while we're at it. This is going to ideally be like a ceiling of sorts, so that hostile mobs can spawn underneath it. This is going to be to block out light from the sun and just make a place where mobs can spawn even during the day. So I'm just trying to make a giant ceiling. I'm not going to put it directly next to my house because that would be kind of a dumb move. Then hostile mobs can just probably start walking their way over, and that's not ideal. I'll build it not too close, but not too far either. So this is more or less what it's going to look like. And the way I'm building it, it's going to look terrible, but it's going to do what it's intended to do. Just be a little area on the map where mobs can spawn at any time of the day. This is to speed up the grinding. This is going to be to speed up the process, hopefully, for just farming mobs. And to get the blocks to go and do that, I'll mine for diamonds and probably just end up with a lot of cobblestone, because where else would I really go look for diamonds anyways? Besides underground and being forced to mine just a bunch of random blocks to possibly find any. So I'm just going to end up with a bunch of blocks just simply looking for diamonds like you'd expect. Because I have to break these to simply be able to see any. And I brought one stinking torch. As long as I find like at least one piece of coal, I'll be okay. Or I could stay near the lava because that's just like its own light source. Provided I don't fall in, I should be okay. Or at least just hitting a redstone block, a redstone ore block, can at least provide a little bit of light, without, of course, breaking it. Or I could not stray too far from the one torch I did place. I guess grabbing the iron won't hurt? How does that work, Debug? It's going to be in theaters with DLC. How does that work? How would they even work, actually? I don't know. So that's going to just let a bit more light in here by hitting that block of redstone. And speaking of coal, I can just pick some of this stuff up and just turn that into, like, torches. Except I brought no wood, so never mind, I can't. Not sure what time of day it is. I might consider going back up to the surface soon, because I'd rather not miss a night. Oh, lapis lazuli. That's probably going to be like way more than I even need for this whole series. Provided I can kill the Ender Dragon like first try or even second try. I seriously shouldn't need too much of this stuff at all. Because once that's done, like, I'm ending the series and probably going to do Galacticraft after, most likely. Yeah, look at all this just random blocks I'm ending up with already. Haven't found any diamonds. At this rate, I'm probably not going to. What about hardcore? I don't know when I'm going to give that one a spin, actually. There's one of my other tunnels. There's a light source I placed earlier. Okay, I missed this lapis lazuli, apparently. Well, breaking it's still going to give me some nice experience, so suppose I'll take that. PewDiePie started the Minecraft Let's Play. I'm assuming he's already played Minecraft before. I don't think I really need to assume. I'm pretty sure he has. His first video was Minecraft. Oh, really? I wouldn't have known this. So I forgot I did actually bring myself a light source. I can just use the flint and steel if I really at least want to see what's going on. Yeah, flint and steel will work for a light source, even if it's like temporary. No, there's a better way to just take care of the lava. Maybe I'll just try and follow this cave out of here. I think I'll just try and leave the cave system at this point. Yeah, I've been here too, clearly. Yeah, I've definitely been around here. Alright, so I'm gonna opt to just try and find a way out at this point. I actually turned the fire animation off to try and just get get the game to run as smoothly as possible on my computer. Yeah, Optifine lets you turn off a lot of things of the sort. That's just to get your frames per second up so the game just runs smoother. Definitely something I should have gotten earlier for my live streams. Because I gotta both run this game and OBS at the same time, keep in mind. Oh, is he streaming it now, actually? Yeah, it's nighttime. And it's raining. Oh, wow, look at where it popped up. That was convenient, but it's raining, so... Probably nothing I can do if I want to hunt for Endermen, because they'll just go crazy and teleport everywhere, because it's raining and they hate water. So that's kind of like no longer an option for me right now. At least until it stops raining. So I think I'll just actually opt to build the ceiling right now. Try and get as many blocks down as possible, as quickly as possible. If it wasn't raining, I'd actually be looking for Enderman right now, but I'll just get these blocks out of my inventory and just get them onto the ceiling here. And if I really want to, I could do an upper level as well. Just go up another 4 blocks and build another ceiling like this. And I'm gonna build it like 3 blocks room so Enderman can maybe appear under here. If I built it like a block lower down, then Enderman wouldn't be able to really spawn in here. They'd be too tall for that. And considering that's like gonna be like the one thing I really need, obviously I'd be a dumbass to just build this like only 2 block height tall. Gotta give like at least 3 blocks height. Wanna rate him when you're done, when I'm done. I would just, what, copy his link in the YouTube live chat, I suppose, when we're done. Okay, I could do that. Wonder if your friend is doing anything technical like this or not. Oh, the ceiling is starting to come along nicely at this point. So hopefully mobs will start to just spawn under the thing. And hopefully I didn't just waste my efforts with it. And I'm going to try and just expand the floor out as well as the ceiling. So I want to see how much of this I can actually make, like, into a mob spawning ground. So it's a Metroid. Oh, nice. Metroid. Wonder if any of them heard about the Google translated Metroid Prime or Fusion. And yeah, by the way, KK0 also did a Google translated Metroid Prime 1. I think he also eventually went to go on to do 2, and He's also working on 3 as well. He's either working on or he's completed 3 also. I suppose. Looks like I'm actually doing a pretty good job at just stopping light from coming in here entirely. So I hope this ends up actually spawning plenty of mobs. Like, this is a start. Mobs ideally should start appearing under here. And hopefully we might get some extra Endermen out of this whole ordeal. And that could just possibly speed up the whole process just of gathering the Ender Pearls further. So I suppose this is a start. Can I see what light level it even is under here? Light. It says 9. What does it have to be, though, specifically for mobs to actually start appearing? Does it have to be like 7 or something, like, or lower? Actually, let me quickly look this up. What's like the light level I need to reach to make mobs start appearing? Mobs spawn when the light level is 7 or lower, that's what I thought. I only got us down to 8 so far, I gotta get us to 7. So I might need to make this wider, otherwise we're not gonna get any mobs to spawn. Probably have to just widen that, or it's just not gonna work. I guess I can continue with just developing that while we're at it. So this will let me get some more wood from these trees. Oh, that's a great idea, make walls. Probably even better than just expanding that out further. Save space. Faster to do. We'll probably also just make it darker. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, it stopped raining. Let's get these replanted while we're here. That looks about right to me. Now let's go and do exactly what Debug said and just Why didn't I think of placing walls sooner? No, really, why didn't I think of this? I was gonna do something, like, less wise. Of course it only makes sense to just put the walls down instead. This should definitely block light out. Yeah, he's absolutely right. I think I need to put more walls. Actually, I hope this is gonna work. I'm not even sure. Still looking at a light level of 8, by the way. So I'm not sure if this is actually gonna work. Yeah, imagine if it just doesn't. Light, 3. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely dropping. Light now drops to as low as 2, actually. If I stand here, it's actually at 2. So yeah, the walls are definitely working, thanks. Yeah, otherwise we weren't gonna get any mobs to spawn at all. All those blocks being placed wouldn't have really done anything. So yeah, I have to have these down, obviously. Otherwise nothing's ever gonna get accomplished by this structure here. Yeah, we're not quite done building this yet, though. This mob grinder death trap thing. And I'm out of blocks again. So yeah, eventually we're gonna start seeing some stuff just spawn under here. That way I can actually have mobs to kill during the day. Just to try and speed up this grinding process. I need another axe for this, ideally. Wonder if I could maybe put a second wall. Like, a wall in the middle. That might help even more with the light level. Or actually, no, it probably won't. Or put the wall all the way around. So, kind of like, it'll look like a house. It's probably going to look like a house at the rate we're building it, actually. And that probably is actually going to be, like, the best way for me to go, really. So I think a good part of the stream might just end up being essentially doing this. Gathering as many blocks as possible and then just... Yup, this is a success. There's our first mob that we just spawned with all these blocks placed down. Our first and second mobs, and they're just both spiders. So now EB can just complain about spiders during the daytime. Nice. Now, like, she doesn't even have to wait until night for spiders to start scaring her. But, yeah, honestly, that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm shooting for something far more important. Now, as soon as I can stop misplacing blocks, that would be nice. And I don't want to leave them like that either. I would say it's gonna look ugly, but then again, it's kind of a little late to just complain about it looking ugly. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Dizzy Chain Chomp. What the hell are you trying to say? Again, I'm gonna be running out of blocks again soon. Whatever. Just to get this done, I suppose. I mean, I can always mine that back later anyways. So all these trees are going to be gone. This is so I can build this mob grinding thing. So essentially what I'm trying to do right now is just build myself a little place in which I can actually farm mobs, hostile mobs, during the day. So what I've been doing here is just building myself a nice enclosure to purposefully have a low light level so hostile mobs will spawn in there. That way I can fight stuff without having to wait until nighttime every time it becomes day. Yeah, the idea is simple, but depends on how far I want to go with it. I'm going to need like a lot of blocks. I know this way I can't possibly get diamond, but I just want to get the blocks as soon as possible, ideally. And it's going to become night pretty much any moment now. Yeah, SMW hacking's probably completely different from what it was like 2 years back. Like, I feel like everything's pretty much different over there these days. Surprised nothing else has spawned in here as of late. So maybe I might be better off just building the second level on this. Barely gonna go any further with this, actually. I mean, I really didn't get a lot of blocks for what I'm trying to do here. There's more floor for us. I'll just get rid of this last block, I guess. I'm gonna have probably so many oak saplings by the time this is all said and done. Like, they're just kind of more or less accumulating. And also apples, which is just gonna be a good food source. Like, those are just more or less coming along also. No, this is actually a single player world, like any other. Except I just put the bedrock wall in, just using a cheat to enter creative mode, before the series actually officially started. Yeah, imagine if we actually got at least a couple more people on a server like this and tried to turn it into a competition to kill Energy Dragon before anyone else can. Like, that could probably get interesting real quick, just saying. Because I'm just one guy, I'm not gonna have to worry about, say, like, trees being gone, cows being gone, even possibly, like, grass being gone. Yeah, but, like, the sort of the supposed map experiment that inspired all this in the first place has been proven to be a hoax. But the story was quite interesting regardless, even if it's been proven fake. Tried my best explaining it at the start of part 1 of this series. Essentially, the hoax went like this, that there was a guy that held a server which had like 30 people on it. And to be fair, they'd only be able to play when all 30 people had the free time to play. Because honestly, like, in a closed map like that with 30 people, you need all the time you can get to actually be able to compete against the others. Eventually, the entire surface layer of the small enclosure, which was like about 300 blocks X and Z coordinates, eventually that entire surface layer was just gone. So imagine just a giant canyon, like the entire surface just being like mined away. That's pretty much what the world looked like eventually. Like there was pretty much no trees or grass in sight. It was just like random stone blocks and dirt everywhere. Like it pretty much got to a point where you couldn't even get like a wooden sword to try and defend yourself. There was like one base that had like the last bit of grass on the map. There was a group of merchants that eventually nobody could even buy from because they simply couldn't possibly get whatever materials they needed to be able to meet their expectations and prices. Yeah, it formed into 4 distinct clans, so the story went. Talking about that server with the really tiny space for 30 people. 4 distinct clans emerged. And, like, they just wage war against one another for these depleting limited resources. Which more or less kind of happens in real life. To an extent. Like, sometimes we run short on resources, limited resources, and then we wage war against other countries for them. Like, a social order more or less just establishes itself. No matter how much you try and just preach about how that's, like, evil, the whole social order, it's just gonna form itself anyway. To B2T. If ever want to consider that, I probably wouldn't actually do, like, live streams like these. Let's say if ever did, like, I think, like, the best I'll be able to give you is a screenshot let's play. That way I can make sure I've just, ahead of time, edited out any possible information anyone else can use to just destroy my base, and me to an extent. Like, the first good chunk of the first part would probably be getting past the queue, actually. Getting past the 400 plus person long line. That would be a good chunk of part 1. And also before that, finding a modded client to be able to play on. Making sure it's also safe to install. Because not going in without a modded client is pretty much tantamount to suicide on that server. And so is trying to settle down anywhere unless you've gone like about 100,000 plus blocks away from spawn. Which you'll probably do most of that by walking anyway. You've never been on 2B2T, like... Do you guys even know what the spawn of that server looks like? Yeah, from what I heard, it only took like a few days from like when the server went online for the first time in 2010 for its spawn to end up looking like it does today. Okay, I didn't really try that hard to go find Enderman. And it's becoming daytime already. Okay, there's a creeper in here. I don't want to blow up the cow farm. Then I have to just rebuild some walls. So I'm just gonna get this out of here. I mean, I'm due for some more leather at this point. Okay, I just realized I have no more helmet. That just fell apart. This is all part of the mission. And if I kill them all, obviously I won't be able to repopulate, so I have to obviously keep some alive. I think we'll leave it at this size, actually. I think we'll leave the herd like this. 6 leather out of all that. 6 leather. That's only enough for 2 more bookshelves. Uh-huh. Yeah, I definitely feel like I could have gotten more out of that. PETA is typing. Didn't they also make those really silly Pokemon parodies? Pikachu uses protest and fights Ronald McDonald. When you could be actually saving animals, but instead you're making a parody of Pokemon? When you could actually be out there just finding animals that have been abused and rescuing them, and you're making a Pokemon game. Okay, I'm using the wrong materials to try and make the bookshelf. I was trying to just make it with paper. Silly me. Okay, this I haven't seen yet. All that slaughter for 2 more bookshelves. I don't know if I should actually maybe go for the looting sword right now. Maybe I'll wait on it for a bit longer. And it's raining again. Might wait on it for a bit longer. So we'll do some repopulation now of the cow herd. I was certainly hoping I could have gotten more leather out of all that. Like, a good chunk of the cow herd just died there. I still need about like 5-6 more. This is gonna be a long ride. I suppose we'll just get those down too while we're at it. That should be plenty of wheat for a while. Now the cows that got lucky are gonna make more cows. And we're gonna have to just do this again. Probably gonna have to do this again next stream. Sorry, this or never get those bookshelves up and running. Yeah, for 2 damn bookshelves is right. I still gotta place ideally 9 more. So I'm only really like halfway in. YouTube is get me what? Imagine finding that on Pornhub. Oh, I have these terracotta blocks too. And I have some dirt I can use up. The gravel's just gonna fall. Unless maybe I decide to use the gravel for walls, then I'll be able to use it. I think I'll use the gravel on the walls. Obviously can't do gravel ceilings because those will just fall straight down. Probably gonna build myself a second layer onto this thing. This thing being a place to spawn hostile mobs even during the day. Okay, I got 1 zombie and spider out of this. Yeah, we're still barely seeing any mobs in this. I was hoping I could have made more up here. Man, look at all these oak saplings, though. I'm probably not going to pick them all up at this rate. I think I'll just build... I think I'll start building upwards now. I think I'll start building the upper level right now. The gravel is going to be, like, used to make... The spare gravel is going to go into making the walls. What do you mean, what's my credit score? It's probably alright. I mean, I'm not in debt or anything. And all of a sudden, I'm asked what my credit score is. Oh, good. Yeah, that's what I thought. It sounds like something private. I mean, why would you want to know what my credit score is? Unless maybe you work for my bank, which I'm pretty sure you don't. That's one of our walls. And here's going to be another of our ceilings eventually. I'm just going to get these blocks out of my chest. And just get them placed down for something, perhaps. No, I paid with cash for it, by the way. And I'm out of blocks again, but And I'm not going to use these up. There's going to have to be another ceiling put here eventually, too. Actually, the stream might be ending sooner or later. I mean, there's not that much really to go on. There's still a lot to do, but it can certainly wait. I might just try and get that second level done, and then I'll call it a day. Or I could just do it myself upon ending the stream. I'll probably do that right after I print screen the progress I made on this stream, which is mostly just going to be showing you this. Because this is pretty much like what a bunch of the time I spent on stream pretty much went towards doing this. I've only seen like 4 or 5 mobs spawn under here so far. So I really don't know how to feel about this. So the walls are going to be done, but still probably have a long ways to go when it comes to the ceiling. Or maybe I could just do the ceiling some other time. God damn it, why does this seem to be raining more often than not right now? Right now we're getting like more rain than we're not getting it. 48 oak saplings. I think it's time to start just repopulating the trees too. Like, they'll grow and then I'll just have more trees to cut down. This will pretty much turn into another forest. I have plenty of seeds. I'll make more chickens too while I'm at it. And also free eggs is always nice. So, yeah, this is essentially like my own little Ohio right now. Getting plenty of rain here too, actually. There we go. I can't really hunt for Enderman right now because it's still raining. Yeah, surprisingly we didn't get that much rain as of late. Sometimes we have like a really rainy season, and other times it just doesn't rain too often. Or maybe it'll rain like once for like 5 or 10 minutes. How do you get wheat? You plant seeds. They grow into wheat. Oh, right, you're gonna get Minecraft July. Like, how many of my Minecraft streams have you actually been on? In all honesty. I'm gonna just guess that not that many, because if you've been on, like, a lot of my Minecraft streams and you're asking this, then that's just pathetic. It's like one of the first things you really learn how to do in the first place anyways. Just get wheat. So you use like a hoe of any type to just hoe the ground into something where you can plant. And you also gotta put some water near it. I feel like you're just like I feel like you're just trying to be funny at this point. How do you get dirt? Ta-da! Yeah, we're gonna repopulate with all the trees here. Why am I getting just mostly spiders under here now? Okay, I just got 3 creepers to spawn. Yeah, if they blow up, they kind of mess up what I was trying to build in the first place. Speaking of which, I got a nice hole to repair. Now I got a nice hole to patch up. Certainly not how I want to spend time at all. And there's just nothing else under here. I'm probably going to leave it at this for now. Yeah, you kind of get the idea. So I pretty much wiped out almost all of my trees, and I'm going to now replant them. It was never really meant to look pretty. It's just, I want it to work. So I said earlier I'd be waiting just for nights to come by so I can kill mobs. I'm going to try and make this so that I can actually hunt hostile mobs during the day. There's already a first layer where you can just go underneath, and it should be dark. Dark enough for mobs to spawn with the way it's built. And there's going to be a second level eventually. So it's going to need a roof too. So just print screening that real quick. Yeah, just so you know what I'm going for. Because again, I'm going to probably want to just play all this back right after we're about to finish the series. Just show you a really quick time lapse of what I was just going for. Okay, I'm getting my DMs right now. Wait, you've linked my stream. So who's the guy you want me to link? So I'm taking it. You gave me the wrong link. Maybe I'll just wait around until you send me the right one. Yeah, I think Debug got me the wrong link by accident. So we're gonna raid this guy. Yeah, you guys can see, right? So let me just get the ugly looking mob farm back in the shot. And then we'll do part 6 from there. But I'm not quite sure when, though. Yeah, I'll use the term ugly looking. Get this back in the shot.